What's up, guys? I'm here with Ram, one of my students in Living Unchained. You want to say what's up?
Hey guys, my name is Ram. I'm sure if you've been watching the channel, you've seen me before, but flew out to Bangkok from Florida. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a while, and luckily the universe granted me Ryan, and he assisted in my passage to Thailand.
Fair enough. And in today's video, we're going to go through the A to Z process on how to set up your life out here for under 10,000 USD. Because I came out here with like $1,500 like in savings, no income coming in. And Ram, how much you come out here with?
Like 5 or 6K.
5 or 6K,
yeah.
And we're doing just fine. So we're gonna give you the full A to Z guide. So stick around, we're gonna go ahead and dive straight in. All right, so first up, we're gonna be covering, the cost of the ticket to get out here in the first place. For myself, it was around $600, $700, about the same for you?
Yeah, give or take.
So that's from like all the way around the world. So it's probably either a few $100s more, a few $100s less. And that's the first expense you need to kind of keep in mind. And then next up, just covering the visa. They just came out with the DTV visa, which is around a few $100s. And I wish I got that for myself, but unfortunately I had to pay like $2,000 for 15 months out here with the education visa. But now, if you have like 12,000 or 11,000 USD in your bank, you have a few $100s to spare, you can get 5 years out here flat with no worries whatsoever. What visa are you on right now?
Currently, I'm on the visa on arrival. So guys, when you get out here, they're gonna stamp your passport. Of course, make sure you have a valid US passport or wherever you might be from. You're gonna get 60 days on arrival. And then right now I'm in the process of getting a 30-day extension. So my 60 days is about to be over.
Okay, cool. So now we've covered, actually getting out here with the plane and then your visa all sorted out. So now once you've landed here in Bangkok, what would you say the next thing is that they need to take care of? Because you came out here a lot more recently than I did.
Yeah, so the first thing, you're already gonna wanna have your hotel situated. What was really helpful for me was Expedia. So I have my flight booked, and then I just booked a hotel after that. And then once you guys are in the hotel, that's where your best bet is gonna be Facebook Marketplace. First pick an area, and then within that area you can see plenty of condos within your budget. And then the best thing to do is go to the juristic office and just get everything situated there. I was able to land a lease within 24 hours with that method.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much did the exact same thing. I came out here, booked my Airbnb for like a week. And during that week stay at the Airbnb, just going out, testing different buildings, seeing what I liked, what I didn't like. And then from there, just trying to book a place and signing a lease as soon as possible. Right now, would you say you're signing like a 12-month lease, 6-month lease?
12 months.
12 months, yeah, same with my place. And yeah, in terms of like the cost of renting out here, I'm living in a pretty nice building. Would you say this is a okay building?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like rooftop pool, sauna, steam room, gym, all you could really need all in one place. Only $450 a month USD. So around 14,500 baht. What about you? What are you paying at the moment?
Yeah, right now I'm at 14K baht, which is about 430 USD. I'm like 10 minutes down the road from Ryan. Rooftop pool, co-working space, sauna, steam room right next to the pool. But yeah, definitely a bang for your buck. I mean, where I come from, let's just take St. Pete for example. You'd be paying at least 3K for that type of unit.
For like this type of place, you pay like 3K USD?
Yeah, like 2 to 3K easily.
Yeah, it's an absolute cheat code living out here. But yeah, I mean, once you like sign up for an apartment, like for a lease, is it the same for you? Like you have to pay the first month of rent and then 2 months deposit?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so we pay around, to set everything up, like for your first month, it's around 3 times the original price of the rent for a month. So like for me, pay like, I think it was like 1,200 USD to just sign the contract to get that lease. Was it the same for you?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, cool. So now we have our apartment sorted. We're living comfortably out here in Bangkok. What would you say the next step is?
The next step from there is, I would say, either lock in a gym membership or any type of other lifestyle amenities you might want. And then from there, if you're not already printing USD, that should be your next step.
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of the gym memberships out here, I just signed a year at one of my friend's gyms, and it's around, I want to say like $500 for the entire year, which is an absolute cheat code. Once you find a gym you like, don't just pay monthly or pay daily. I'd recommend highly to just, invest into the year membership, so that way it's out of the picture, out of mind, and you're good to go for the year for your gym. Are you going to the same gym as me right now?
Yeah, actually I'm about to sign up for the 6 month today.
Yeah, that's like just a no-brainer, just because you always need the gym to stay in the high frequency state. It's good for networking, good for just leveling up physically. And if you're gonna be paying monthly or weekly or daily for the gym, it's just long term it's gonna waste a lot of money. So once you find a gym you like, just go ahead and invest 6 months or a year, so that way you got that taken care of and you don't have to worry about it anymore. But in terms of the woman out here, Rom, what would you say the difference is from the people, or the woman back home and the woman here?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So where I'm from, I'm kind of like from a beach town. So a lot of, I'd say a wide selection of attractive, high quality women. Now coming out here, I mean, the basket you have to choose from, it's definitely different. Like if you're from the States, of course, majority are gonna be Thai. You might get some nomads from Russia, Eastern Europe and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's definitely options for everybody out here. Personally, Asian woman isn't my thing, but it might be yours. I mean, for instance, Ryan, I mean,
yeah,
you got your hands on.
Yeah, literally I think it was the second or third night I was here, I found the woman I'm dating now. And I think the thing with the woman is like, as us guys, we just eat what's kind of available. It's just like, if you're hungry, you're gonna eat what's available. So I mean, the girls that you're surrounded with, no matter where you go, if that's the only option, that option starts becoming to look good, just because it is like the only available option. So I think, Rom, it's only a matter of time before the Thai girl's like, oh, well, they aren't looking too bad. Let's get into it.
Maybe.
Yeah. So we got the gym, we got the apartment covered. Let's go ahead and talk about food. What do you think you're paying a month right now for food?
Right now, I'm probably spending like 10 to 20 USD.
Yeah.
But that's me like ordering Grab food right to the doorstep, high quality steaks, and all that good stuff. So I'd say anywhere from 300 to 600 a month.
300 to 600 a month.
But that's on the high end.
Yeah. And what would you say would be like, what would you be spending back in Florida in your hometown?
If I was back in Florida, I'd be probably, if I were to do the same thing like at Uber Eats or DoorDash, it'd easily be like $50 a day.
Yeah.
Easily.
So probably like double what you're paying monthly.
Yeah, double, triple.
Yeah.
For better quality food and better tasting. So.
Fair enough.
Major W.
Yeah, and in terms of the transportation, Rom, like, are you using like Grab all the time, or are you driving a bike yourself?
So I haven't gotten to the bike yet. I don't think I'm quite on that level. But fortunately enough, my condo is only 2 minutes away from the BTS.
Yeah.
That's like their SkyTrain system. So I'll just take a walk 2 minutes and I can pretty much be anywhere in town within 20 minutes.
Fair enough. And like, how much would you say you spend every month on transportation on like Grab? Because like for myself, I probably spend like maybe $200 at max.
Yeah. If I'm just using the train, easily like less than $100. With Grab, $100 to $200. And that's to get anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
Literally like that. So.
Yeah. Cool. And I think that's pretty much everything to do with like what you need to set everything up. But in terms of like making money online, like what would you say the best option is for someone coming out here with like, let's just say 10,000 USD, and they have no idea what to do. Like they just have full savings, no skills, no income coming in. Kind of just like me when I first came out here. Like what would you say the best method or online income is for you?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great question. I'd say the lowest barrier to entry industry would be sales.
Yeah.
As far as remote work goes, it's pretty much damn near impossible to land something without experience. And sales is the only industry that you can literally land a role, depending on how much effort you put in.
Yeah. And what would you say the difference is between the network back home and the network out here? Surround yourself with people already making 10K, 50K, 100K a month, either with remote sales, crypto, e-commerce. Like just surround yourself with people levels above you, so that way you can level up yourself. Like what would you say that's doing for you right now? And for someone who's maybe watching this, who's maybe surrounded by people who are just smoking weed, partying, not really doing the right inputs in life, like how would you say the network out here has been helping you so far in terms of leveling up and moving the needle forward to your first $10,000 a month online?
Right. So just for comparison, I mean, back home, most of my network was just like my group of friends from work. Of course, they were all low vibrational, partying, wanting to drink every weekend, just talking smack about each other. So I definitely noticed as soon as I came out here, the vibration was totally different. Everyone's positive, and they're willing to actually teach you what they know, for lack of better terms.
I got you. And with the weather out here as well, I mean, it's like sunny every day. We just got done tanning, going to the steam room, we're about to go hit the gym. It's pretty much sunny every day. Is it like that back in Florida? Because I know for me back in Georgia, it was sunny, maybe 4 to 5 months out of the year, maybe 6 months if we're lucky. But then it would be cold, rainy. You couldn't really tan every day. You couldn't maximize the test. for success. So, I mean, coming out here, the weather is beautiful pretty much every day. Like, what has that kind of done for you?
Yeah, so back home in Florida, obviously the weather is like okay for most of the year. It can get pretty hot. But yeah, out here, I mean, the sun is out majority of the time. There's no winters here. Even in Florida, it could get pretty chilly. But yeah, honestly, the weather's been a big plus out here. I mean, you can literally suntan every day. There's not too many places in the world that allows you to do that, given all the amenities that you might have here in Bangkok. So I definitely think if you are thinking about moving to somewhere to reap the benefits of being a digital nomad, Bangkok is definitely the first place to go.
Yeah.
Easiest life setup, it's cheap, and of course the network
Yeah.
is insane out here.
Yeah, now of course there is like maybe a few cons. So first off, the air pollution, maybe not that great in terms of like the long-term health. Because like right now, it's not too bad, but it is a little bit smoggy in the difference, in the distance. And it can, you know, give you some brain fog, you know, make you kind of feel a little bit shitty, but it's not as bad, let's just say India or somewhere like that. But I mean, how's that air pollution for you? Is it bothering you any way, shape or form? Or?
So at first, definitely I did notice it, and it was something to consider. Now, of course, if you are making money online, Bangkok doesn't have to be your end resort.
Yeah.
But given everything else that we've discussed, honestly, the air pollution is a pretty minor con.
The pros kind of outweigh the cons.
Right, and once you guys are printing online, I mean, you're able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so would you say this is kind of like the building grounds from like maybe $0 a month to your first 10,000 a month and just spreading your wings and going wherever you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say another con is maybe the degeneracy. Now this is of course only a con if you can't control yourself and you have no discipline whatsoever. I mean, I've seen it from time and time again, especially last October. There was like 10 to 15 people coming out here trying to make it online, making their first 10,000 a month. But then they would be in Nana Plaza having a good old time for just a few weeks, and then they had to go back home because they couldn't lock in, they couldn't hone in on their craft of being able to either make money with remote sales, e-commerce, whatever they were doing. So if you don't have any discipline whatsoever, you're not surrounded by the right people, and you're just focused on the wrong inputs, that's another con for you to consider. I mean, have you been to Nana Plaza yourself or got a happy ending or happy beginning?
Haven't been to Nana Plaza yet, but I have taken a few strolls down Soy Cowboy. And I gotta say, it's definitely a street I try and avoid.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you cannot control yourself, then Bangkok will be difficult.
Yeah.
But like Ryan said, I mean, if you surround yourself with the right people and you have a mission that you're working towards every day, then it's pretty easy to avoid all the degeneracy around here.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to have your head on straight, have a goal in mind, and just block out all the noise. Just because like Bangkok is literally like GTA 5 in real life. You can have all the weed you want. There's a weed store like every 50 to 100 meters. You can get tests at the pharmacies. You can go get cocaine, anything you want at anywhere, anytime. So as long as you have the right head on your shoulders and you know exactly what you're doing and why you're coming out here in the first place, there'll be no problem whatsoever. But I mean, for you, Ram, like, what even made you want to take the risk to take that first step out here in the first place? Like, why not stay in Florida?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question, because Southeast Asia has been on my map for quite a while. I just didn't know how to actually build that bridge and take the leap. I was always just kind of waiting for the right moment, but the truth is, I mean, there is no right moment. You just have to literally book your flight with a vehicle in mind that you already want to pursue. And if you have those two things, you have savings, you get your life set up done, the rest is just putting in the work and making it happen.
Fair enough. And with Living Unchained, what do you say is the number one thing that's been helping you so far? Is like the coaching calls, the in-person access? What do you think is most important to you?
Yeah, I'd say number one being the access to Ryan. He's been super helpful in the process. Me getting here, getting everything set up. Number two, I'd say, is the outreach method that he teaches that I've actually never seen before. It's honestly opened up so many opportunities, and I'm gonna have that ability to outreach for whatever industry I might want to embark in, whether that be filming, editing, sales. It's not just for sales. I mean, it's a very powerful method for sure. And then number three is the coaching calls. Just having, again, the access to Ryan, being able to role play and actually improve my sales abilities so I can build my confidence when I'm actually stepping into a role, and I'm not just some noob.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And for someone maybe watching this right now, who's maybe living with their parents, maybe they're stuck in the 9-to-5, stuck in university, they just feel like they're stagnant in life, not really moving the needle forward to where they may want to be in life. Like, what advice would you give to them, someone who's like just kind of feels stuck?
Yeah. So if you're feeling stuck, honestly, that's not going to change unless you literally take a step forward. So, I mean, honestly, if you're thinking about coming here, I would just, put a plan together. And yeah, I mean, from everything we talked about, it's pretty simple. Book your flight, get everything set up, get your accommodation set up. And then once you're here, you're pretty much rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have the money to actually move, maybe you're in school or, you're stuck, then, I mean, just get a side gig. I mean, just work 10 to 20 extra hours a week. Any money you make, just set aside. And then literally within 6 months to a year, you'll have your savings to be able to actually move out here.
Yeah, and especially if you do want to make money online, you have to leave your hometown. Like, there's no way to go about it. Like, I tried making money online, like in my hometown, living with my parents, but you just don't have that same motivation or incentive to actually do so. Just because like all the bills are taken care of, there's not that much pressure or stress. But when we came out here, like there's nothing else to do but try to make money online. So if you're trying to like actually make a remote income anywhere in the world, just start living remotely, and then you'll find a way to make income. And that's what we've done, and that's what you can do as well. But Ram, do you have any last things you want to tell them?
Honestly, I mean, Thailand is such a crazy place. I mean, essentially, if you have the money, it's heaven on earth. I mean, so honestly, it's kind of a no-brainer to earn USD over here in Thailand. And then from that point, it's building grounds. I mean, you just put in the work every day, you scale, and then that way you're able to eventually go to Dubai or, wherever you might want to go to. Maybe even fly back home to Miami or wherever, right? Once you're actually making that money. But definitely, I'd say Bangkok is a perfect digital nomad boot camp.
Yeah, fair enough. And we did forget to cover two things, the safety and the culture. So the safety, I mean, for myself, I literally walk around here sometimes like 2 or 3 a.m. with my earbuds in, the AirPod Pros, you can like silence them, like noise canceling. Never gotten robbed, never seen anyone get robbed, and my friends walk around with like 70K watches with, their arms aren't getting cut off like in London. And it's just a lot safer out here. Like if you drop your wallet, they'll actually give it back to you. They won't just grab it and want to run away. But what do you say about the safety out here? What do you say? Because they believe in like karma. So if they believe if like they do something bad to you, then something bad will happen to their family or something. But I think it's a very powerful culture out here in terms of the safety. But have you seen any of that from your experience?
Yeah, no, honestly, I completely agree. It's one of like the safest places that I've felt. One thing to note is the traffic here. So with the traffic, you obviously have to be very careful in terms of safety, especially as a pedestrian. When you're crossing the street, make sure you look both ways, right? But yeah, definitely something to consider is just kind of be aware of your surroundings as far as the traffic goes. But besides that, I mean, Thai people are some of the friendliest people you'll meet. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you pretty much get treated how you treat them. So just be very mutual, be very aware, self-conscious about your actions, treat everyone with respect, and you'll be getting treated the exact same way.
Yeah, and they're very easygoing too. You can joke with them. They literally take no offense to anything. I think they honestly love foreigners. It's not like New York where if you say the wrong thing,
except India.
But yeah, it's not like New York where if you say the wrong thing, you're in trouble in the next few minutes. So yeah, I mean, pretty safe here. And
there is a language barrier as well. Not like I'd say like 90% of Thai people don't speak English. So it might be a benefit to learn Thai, even though the last 2 years I haven't learned a single bit of Thai. So might need to start learning that for myself, and hopefully you guys too. Cool. Ram, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully you guys got some value from the video, and we'll see you out here in Bangkok.
Peace.
Bam.